Dr. Kuldeep sir, Dr. Dr. our eminent speakers, Dr. Malhari Sirdeshpande ji, another speaker, Dr. Vinod Patange, chairpersons of the both sessions, Dr. Murthy sir, Dr. Khobragade sir, and organizer team of our Dravyaguna department, Dr. Shrigire sir, Dr. Devre sir, Dr. Gorban madam, and other staff, all the participants, honorable teaching faculties, practitioners, all the dignitaries and UG PG students. It gives me immense pleasure that this particular topic regarding role of medicinal plants in human reproductive system. Nowadays, we all know Nanaushidhi Bhutam Jagati Matravot Api Visham Tikshnam Bheshajam Bhavet. These are the particular quotes in our Ayurveda text. Even if many animals, knowingly, unknowingly, when they feel themselves ill, they eat particular plant and get themselves relief. This role of medicinal plants in human reproductive system, both male and female, both the speakers, they are well known in this particular topic. I welcome both the speakers on behalf of our institution, and I request the organizers to continue with their schedule.
So basically, I'm very sorry to make you hang and make you wait for some time because of this technical problem. First of all, I would like to thank Dhanvantari Ayurveda College, Utkir, particularly Dr. Shri Gray sir and Principal sir, Datta Patil sir, and all the team from Dhanvantari Ayurveda College. So see, I have seen that Dr. Shrigre is very much keen about this subject since a long time. He has been working in the field of Vajikarna since almost 20-25 years when I have seen him. He was a lecturer. So congratulations to Shrigre sir and the team for arranging this lecture. And I'm very thankful to the college as well as Dr. Shrigre. When we see that this is pharmacological action of medicinal plants on Shukravas rotasa, the topic seems to be modernized or formulated in a type that it expresses something expected regarding the pharmacological action in modern terms. But we are having our rich karmas in the form of pharmacological action, and I would not like to go in the pharmacological action as per the pharmaceutical sciences, but from the point of view of Ayurveda only, I would like to go ahead. See, this is the field of Vajikarna, and Shukravas Rotasa particularly specifies the Vajikarna or the section particularly with the patient in case of male infertility, erectile dysfunction, or like that. So there are so many research work which have been conducted, particularly in Vajikaran lab of Jamnagar when I was studying in PG. The sincere students like Prasad sir and one of my fellow colleague Raja Reddy, then Pavan Godatwar sir, they have established that lab, and I would like to share some views regarding these pharmacological actions of medicinal plants. When we say it is Vajikaran, and this subject particularly rules out discussion regarding the other things which are not medicinal plants or plants, because Prasad sir and Pavan sir basically worked when we were in 1999 and 1998. They worked on Swarna Bhasma and many Vajikaran kalpas like Makara Dhwaja. But here we are to share the views regarding certain plants only. Next slide, please. Hello, can I have the next slide, please? Hello. Yes, thank you. So today we would be discussing or revolving actually around these karmas. Basically, in Janak Sutrastan, 4th chapter, there are certain type of dashamanis, and in which Shukra Janam Dashamani, Shukra Shodhana Dashamani, and Prajasthapana Dashamani. These are the main dashamanis. Besides some keywords like Vajikarana, and we know that the famous quote of Sharangdhara Pravartanisti Shukrasya Rechanam Bhavati Phalam Jati Phalastambakasya Shoshani cha Haritaki, concluding with Haritaki, he has given a hint about the actions or pharmacological actions of these medicinal plants. Particularly, he has given the prominent examples of medicinal plants which are except Pravartani, Sri, then all the karmas or pharmacological actions are regarding the medicinal plants only. So let us have a look regarding these 4-5 keywords one by one, and then we will discuss about the discrimination or rather the choice of drug in various patients, which is practically very important. Next slide, please. Can I have the next slide, please? Hello. Next slide, please. Hello. Hello. Next slide, please. So rather, if the next slide is not displayed, I think I am audible to everyone and hope audible to the conductors also. So may I request once again to display the next slide, please?
Sir, continue speech.
Hello, Malhari sir. Sir, you may continue, please, sir. Already it is late. Myself, Dr. Rajendra Venki, requesting you.
Sir, please continue.
Hello, sir.
There is some
Please continue.
with the WebEx platform.
Okay. Shall I continue without the slide only?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your speech is.
Hello. I would like to have the next slide, please.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir. Hello, sir. Please continue, sir. There is problem with WebEx, so we can't share your slides. Hello.
Okay. Okay. Then just by audio, I will start, or shall I share my video only? Let me share the
Sir,
video. At least
by audio you will start, sir, because here is a problem which is not resolving. Sir,
okay,
please
okay.
share
Shall I
your
continue
slide
now?
number, sir. Sir, slide number.
See,
Last slide number, sir, where you stopped.
it is
Hello.
4 or 5 or 6 slides only. There are 6 or 7 slides only.
Okay, sir. Sir,
I would like to share the third one. If it is possible at all. Then, if it is not, then I will continue with my lecture only. See, the third slide is regarding the Shukra Janaka Dravyas. And as mentioned by Charaka, it has been given that the things which are having samana gunas or similar properties to Shukra, we all know the properties of Shukra, and it is,
Sir.
say, if it is Madhuram Madhugandhishya, then the similar dravyas or similar drugs which are having, yes, Shukra Janak, yes, it's fine. So, these are dravyas, now it is displayed. And as it is mentioned in the Dashemani, it is Jiva, Krishabha, Kakoli. We can see that all these dravyas probably are having similar properties to Shukra, and Samana Guna Vruddhi is found, and Shukra Janak dravyas may cause direct action on the last, probably the excess dhatu before Oja, and these drugs pharmacologically act on Shukravas Rotasa in the form of, see, Vriddhi Samanir Sarvesham. Patients of infertility or some sort of dysfunctions, the symptoms of Shukrakshaya are found, and Vibeti, Durbalo, Bhikshna, these are the Ojakshaya Lakshana, which is the very next dhatu to Shukra. And we can see that Shukrakshaya Lakshana are probably not only limited to the erectile function or Preeti, Shukram, Dhairyam, Chavanam, Preeti, but this type of Dhairyam, Chavanam are the things which are lacking in that person. And in such cases, we can use Shukra Janaka Dravyas, which are these are the some examples. Jiva, Krishabak, Kakuli, Kshir Kakuli is there. These are all again repeated in some other Dashemanis, like the Jivaniya Dashemani, in which Charaka says that Jivaniya means Jivaniya, and this Bruhaniya Dravyas or Jivaniya Dravyas, these are not included in Bruhaniya, but Jivaniya Dashemani Dravyas can be seen, Ashtavarga Dravyas can be seen repeated in this Shukra Janaka Dravya Dashemani. So Meda is there, and then Vruddha Ruha and Jatila and Kulinga, particularly the comment on Jatila and Kulinga is needed. As Chakrapani says, Jatila is Uchchata and Kulinga is Uchchata Bheda. Now, I would like to share one reference of Shushruta Samhita, in which it is said in Khinabaliya Vajikaran, that is the 26th chapter of Shushruta Chikitsa Sthana. And when Daldhana classifies these drugs as Janaka, Pravartaka and Janaka Pravartaka, there are two types of actions, pharmacological actions. One is Janaka, that is producing. If we try to translate this word Janak as it is, then it means some sort of production is there, some sort of generation is there. And Pravartakam is acceleration. So Daldhana says Janakam Mausa Gruta Adhikam, and yet tat rasadi dhatu kramena parinatam sat pradhana dhatu pushtim karoti. That means, as per the karma pariposhana nyaya, these dravyas enhance the production of shukra dhatu. And pravartakam uchchitadikam shukra vairechanikam. He says that pravartak dravyas are the dravyas. May I have the next slide, please? These are some pravartak dravyas. But there is slight difference of opinion. As you know, in many ways, in Chaksutra Sthana 4, the words are symbolical, not exactly meaning the word as, say, for example, there are some Dashemanis, Sangya Sthapan and Vayas Sthapan. Everywhere Sthapana's word doesn't essentially mean the same parallel word. That means, just go ahead, Shukra Pravartak Dravya, I would like to see. I was talking about, yes, before that. Yes, Shukra, it is Shukra Shodhan Dashemani. But go to the previous side only. Shukra Janak Dravyas, Pravartak Dravyas are not in Dashemanis, but these are Uchchata and Uchchata Bheda, Kulinga. So let us see what Daldhana says about Pravartak. Uchchata Churnadikam, Uchchata ka Churna, Uchchata Churna, Shukra Vairechanikam. Now, we may feel that Vairechanikam means expelling Shukra out, and that's why there may be a cause, there may be a decrease in Shukra. Overall, the Shukra Kshaya will occur. But he clarifies it, Nachatasya Vairechanika Oktya, Shukra Kshaya Karitvam Syat. That means these Pravartaka Dravyas are not causing Shukra Kshaya. Ato Virechinam Shukrasya Patanaya Abhimukhi Matra Karanam. So these are the dravyas which are accelerating by some. See, we have in Yoni Vyapati Chikitsa, there are certain causes by which the shukra, which exists all over in body, that is accelerated. And by some sort of pathogenesis, or if there is any disturbance during this pravartana, then also it can hamper the process of apatyakarana or conception. That means we will need to use this type of dravyas, or this pharmacological action is much important whenever there is hampering in this pravartana. So that will not cause shukra kshaya, but it will definitely be useful for that person to get the up to the mark shukra accelerated and garbhasthapana or conception. So that means shukra janak and pravartak. In Dallana's examples, what he has told is pravartakam uchchata churna adhikam shukra vairechanikam. Now this thing could be seen in Charak Dashemanis, when we call that there are Dipana Dravyas and there is Dipana Dashemani. This is example. As Dr. Shrigre has given me that topic in very principles of Dravyaguna only. Basically, I am teacher of Dravyaguna, and that's why instead of discussing that modern pharmacological action, I would like to bring the students to concentrate on these words which are giving the basic meaning to make you competent to choose the drugs. See, for example, in Sharandhara's word, Dipana and Pachana, these are separate actions. But we can see Bhallataka Asti in Dipaniya Dashemani in Charak Samhita. In other words, Sharandhara describes Bhallataka as Pachana Dravya, or we can see it is very strong Pachana Dravya also. But Dipana and Pachana are not very distinctly classified when describing the Dashemanis, which was done by Sharandhara in 14th century AD. But these are the keywords, or these are the seed form of these concepts or pharmacological actions, and that's why they have mentioned the same thing. We can find here Jatila, that is Uchchata, and Kulinga, which is the type of Uchchata. Now this Uchchata is having very glorious place in all Vajikaran Dravyas, and you might have seen the various meaning. This is controversial drug actually. So Uchchata is what is Uchchata? That is the different topic of discussion. But Uchchata and this Nagar Mustakam, they are considered to be acting on this type of Shukrava Srotasa, and there is the these things are very dignifiedly used in Vajikaranas, like many Samhitas have described separate chapters. We are not going in detail of that. But see, the Pravartana is not causing Kshaya, but it is helping in one way or another for the Vajikarana purpose only. So next slide, please. These are the next slide, Shukra Shodhana Dravyas. I would go to the concept of Vajikarana afterwards. The time is very limited. I think we have wasted much of our time in the technical parts. But quickly, I would like to describe this type of Shodhana Dravyas. In my last slide, which is the slide of thanks, don't go to that slide right now. Very shortly we will be going, but there is one picture which is if you can display the slide, last slide, and then quickly come to the Shodhana again. Please. Go to the last slide. Can you see this? What is this? And probably everyone can identify this drug. It is nothing but Guduchi or Amruta. Now come to the Shukra Shodhana slide. The previous slide which was displayed. Can you tell me the meaning of a very simple quote in Ashtanga Sutra 10th chapter, Tiktam kadu cha puishtam avrusham vatakupanam rute amta patolibhyam shunti krishna rasonata. If there are some students who are preparing for PG courses, then they should note this quotation, which is very important from point of view of MCQs. I will repeat. Tiktam katu cha bhuishtam. Tikta and katu are in abundance avrusha, not a smaller quantity of avrusha. Tiktam katu cha bhuishtam avrusham vatakopanam, and again they are vatakopanam. And this is the established facts when we clarify the pharmacological action of rasa. Now it is clear that Tikta rasa and Katu rasa are hampering Shukra. As we have seen that the Shukra Vruddhikar or Shukra Janaka Dravyas are causing, with the simple Samana Abhivriddhi Nyaya, they are causing the enhancement in Shukra. Similarly, this type of Dravyas which are Tikta and Katu, they are causing hampering of Shukra. Tiktam Katu cha Bhuishtam Avrusham, and again they are stated as Vatakopanam. I cannot see the slide. Yes, it's okay now. So, Tiktam Katu cha Bhuishtam Avrusham Vatakopanam, and Rute means except Amruta Patolibhyam Shunti Krishna Rasonataha. There are 5 drugs. Now the pharmacological action of these drugs are very miraculous, and we should be able to use these drugs very effectively. After all, intention of teaching Dravyaguna should be making the student competent to choose the drug as well as use the drug. I have seen Shri Gray sir. He is a cultivator of mushali. He has cultivated, I think, many kilos of mushali in earlier ages when I was his colleague in Manjra Ayurved and during in Latur. So, mushali is stated by Sharangara. We have to check whether it is in Rasayana Karma or Vajikarana Karma. The next slide is regarding Vajikarana and Rasayana. We will be going to that slide afterwards. But I am talking about Shukra Shodhana. And what exactly is the meaning of Shukra Shodhana? That is, this is the exception or Rasakarma Apavad stated by Ashtanga Hridaya Vagbhata. So these 5 drugs, Amruta and Patoli from Tikta group, and Shunti, Krishna and Rason, these 3 drugs from Katu group, they are stated to be not Avrusha and neither they are Vatakopana. That means in opposite words, it has been stated that they are Vrusha and they are Vatashamana. We are least related with that Vatashamana or Vatakopana because that is again the separate topic of discussion. Let us come to Avrusha and Vrushatva. So whether these drugs are Vrusha, and if we take that Guduchi, which the photograph of Guduchi has been displayed in the last slide, I deliberately put that photograph on the thanks slide of this this session because it is very important drug. Can you imagine a Tikta Dravya which is useful for action on Shukrava Srotasa? In what way it is Shukra Shodhana? Now, neither Chakrapani nor Dallana has explained the meaning of Shodhana, but we Ayurvedic people know it very well. It is cleansing. And cleansing of what? There are 5 Panchakarma Shodhanas which are cleansing our body. But Shukra Shodhana is the type of pharmacological action which is needed whenever we need to cleanse the Shukra. So in which condition we need to cleanse the Shukra? We are saying that in modern era, our lifestyle has become in such a way that the Santarpanutta Ahara and Santarpanutta Vihara, they are causing many more lifestyle disorders. Obesity, diabetes, hypertension are the friends. And they are bringing their one more friend like cardiac disease, and one more very silent friend is infertility. Now, if we observe in urbanized area, wherever the Shukra Dushti is there and it is causing infertility, then we need not use the drugs like Ashwagandha, Shatavari, Mushali, or the dravyas which has been described in last slide, which are Shukra Janaka dravyas. Then what is needed? The exactly needed thing is Shukra Shodhana. And we have left behind so many things, we have lost so many things which has been described basic Shukra Shodhana Dravyas. My friends, we never use this Kadamba Niryasa. I have focused it in red titles or red color. That's why Kushtha, Kadamba Niryasa, and Ushira, these are the things which are having similar rasa or vipaka or virya like Guduchi. But these are the things which are having the gamitva on that particular Srotasa and Shukrava Srotasa, which is the main topic of discussion of today's session. There we need the cleansing. And this type of dravyas, Amruta Patolibhyam, whether it be Amruta or Patol, or whether it be Kushtha, Kadamba Niryasa. Do you know what is Kadamba Niryasa? That tree is very interesting and very beautiful tree. It is said that it was the favorite tree of Lord Krishna. And we can remember Lord Krishna as the Lord of Vajikaranas. So whenever this Kadamba, or we learn that Kadamba Mukula Nyaya in first year Padartha Vigyana. Shrigre sir, just remind me whenever the time is about to over, whenever the time is about to conclude, I would be winding up my session within 5 minutes of the warning. But till your warning, I will continue. Again, the slideshow has lost. Hello, I cannot see the slide. So I was talking about Kadamba.
Hello.
Till then, the slides are there. We would like to continue to talk about Kadamba Niryasa. The oleoracin or racinous form of Kadamba is said to be Shukra Shodhana. And Niryasa of Shukra, similarity with Shukra, gamitva of that particular Dravya might have been having the particular action of. Now, which are the actions, which are the properties which are expected for Shodhana? For Shodhana, is it needed that Tikshnatva is the very important action? Because in basic gunas, we learn that Shodhana is Tikshna and Shamana is Manda. But Guruji is the best Shukra Shodhana Dashamani, and here comes the conceptual clarification of the thing which every Vaidya should appreciate. Shamane Manda is the basic guna behind Shamana. And Guruji is considered to be the best Shamana Dravya. We remember that Dhanvantari Nigantu quotation, Hrudayana Vatam Sugula Vibantam Pittam Sitatya Mudanagadam Cha Vatasramugram Ruptaila Mishra Shuntyama Vatam Shamayat Guruji. Or Shamane Manda means Samya Karatma. Na Shodhayati, na Dveshti. Now, na Shodhayati is the word. Na Dushti, that will not provoke. Saman doshan tatodhata, in similar equilibrium doshas, and even in vitiated doshas. Samay karoti vishaman shamanam tadyata amruta. Amruta is the example of that condition which establishes equilibrium. Particularly, gamitva of Guruchi like dravyas is Rakta Shodhaka Dravya, and similarly, we can see that it acts as Shukra Shodhaka Dravya also. But we have, my friends, forgotten these dravyas we utilize particularly in Shukra Shodhana, and these are Kushtha. Dravya like Kushtha is very easily available, very cheap, and very effective also. Then Elavaluka. Katphala is the dravya in which we use that bark of that katphala, and katphala is considered to be Tikshna dravya, and we can use it in Nasya form also. See, Samudra Fena is some question mark drug, which is the animal product drug, which is received from sea origin. But Samudra Fena is the best Shukra Shodhana dravya. Let me share some clinical experiences also. When we have the patients of infertility and the patient is from the urban group, or we can say that Santarpanapta group, there are two types of patients that I observed. Some patients are sitting always in AC, coming with AC car, again going to the AC office and doing nothing physically moments the whole day. Their brain is working, but their physical activities are very restricted. And in other group, the person is a farmer. He always works in say sunlight, is not having any asya sukham, swapna sukham like behavior or day-to-day life. And this santarpanatta and apatarpanatta causes should be very easily identified, and accordingly the drug should be chosen. In the earlier group, where we use that mushali, where we use that meda, mahameda, and madhura rasatmak dravyas, which are causing vriddhi. Now here is the turn of tikta rasatmak dravyas and samudra fena. I don't know many persons have used it or not, but I have used it. In near Dwarka, we can get samudra fena in abundance, and we collected it. We perform its shodhana as per the Rasa Shastra method, and then it is very safe drug. Don't be afraid of many things, whether we can use this. See, many people think that whether Makar Dwaja and Suvarna will cause any heavy metal complications in patients. But if you are confident about your science, you should do the things according to science and go ahead. This Samudra Fena, which is described in many Rasa Shastriya Granthas, it is having very good Shukra Shodhana activity. Now, let me have one sharing of pathogenesis also. So when we analyze this type of what we can say semen analysis, we are having three types of deformities or three types of pathogenesis, and the pathological report codes, particularly the count, that is how many spermatozoas are there. Then they will like to title it as oligospermia or ozoospermia. If sperms are absent, then ozoospermia is there. That means spermatogenesis is not there. In oligospermia, can we title it as it is shukrakshaya? But it is not the case always. In abnormal forms, the third category is abnormal forms, and very important thing is motility of that sperm. So motility of that sperm, if it is hampered, though the sperms are in abundance or adequate quantity, though there is no oligospermia, then also the conception will not take place. Because it is expected that the sperm should be linearly motile. Almost 90% of sperms should be motile, although the only one sperm will succeed and it will hatch that egg. That is the practical thing. But 90% sperms have to be very effectively motile. And if these sperms are not motile, and my friends, the sperms are not motile because the person is lacking in motility. And there needs the Shukra Shodhana Dravyas. Accelerating Dravyas, which are accelerating, we will not say that these Pravartak Dravyas are having motility acceleration. Now, don't correlate that Shukra Pravartaka Dravya with motility of sperm. Some of the person are doing that thing, but I never readily agree with that thing, because Shukra Pravartan is physiological activity which expels out the Shukra, not the spermatozoa. Now, the Gati or acceleration of Shukra is hampered, and that has its own reasons why that sperm is not motile. My friends, modern pathology lab will very, very usefully distinguish between these three things, which is count, motility, and abnormal form. But my friends, none of the books I have studied can be adequately utilized or can give why this sperma is non-motile, why this sperm is not readily motile, or that is lacking in motility. So we have to establish our own principles. Some of the persons are lacking in Shukra production, they are having oligospermia. Some of persons are having adequate Shukras, but the Shukras are not motile, and that is useless Shukra, though it is abundance or Bhala Shukra. In Yonivyapa Chikitsastan 30, we can find the 8 criteria on which we can see whether the Shukra is up to the mark or not. And that should be the criteria to use the drugs. Now, Tiktarasatmak Dravyas, which are having certain properties which will eliminate this Tiratva, snakatva, maduratva, gurutva. You will understand what I am talking about. This is nothing but the Schleishmal properties which have increased in that particular dhatu, and that is causing the pathogenesis. Needs to be cleansed, needs shodhana, and this type of kadamba niryasa, ushira is very good Vajikaran dravya. Use it and miraculous results would be seen. See, I have used that kadamba niryasa when I was thinking about working on some project in NIA. Unfortunately, it never materialized. I was thinking about working it with Kotecha madam, and I have already prepared the synopsis regarding kadamba niryasa. But unfortunately, we could not go ahead with that study. I was in Nanded and madam was in NIA. But after that, thinking of Shukra Shodhana Dravya's principle, I use Kadamba niryasa in many patients. Just make some scratches on Kadamba Vriksha, get that niryasa after 15 to 20 days, make it dry, and use that powder in churna form or in capsule form. Approximately 1 gram churna would be adequate in a single dose of a day. And in such patients having such type of abnormalities, then the Shukra Shodhana is needed. You can observe the changes in abnormal forms. These are 3 types of abnormalities again: head abnormality, and then pin or tail abnormalities are also there. So head abnormality and tail abnormality, no one knows about these abnormalities. When I was working on tobacco, I have seen that many of the patients develop teratogenicity. And the patients mean my patients were rats, albino mice and albino rats. I studied the tobacco project for 3 progenies and found that the effect of tobacco is continued in the coming race or coming progeny also. Now, my friends, this type of changes, what we expect positive changes is, in our next slide, we are concentrating on Vajikarana. But Shukra Shodhana is the thing to not only affect your life, but also it can produce Supraja or the progeny which is able to again reproduce up to the mark progeny. And that is the main aim of Vajikarana. So I think in every person, Shukra Shodhana is needed. The course should be like this: get cleansed with Panchakarmas before conception, wait for some time, and this action of Shukra Shodhana can be utilized using certain drugs. Guruji is not mentioned over here, but Guruji is very, very good Shukra Shodhana Dravya also. So use Kushtha, use Kadamba Niryasa, use Ushira, and confidently use the Samudra Fena also, which is a calcium content for Shukra Shodhana activity. Next slide, please. Can I have the next slide? I have to conclude. I am coming to the last slides only. There are only 2 words on this slide, and it is Vajikarana. It is much talked topic. I do not want to go in the details of this topic. This is very important because this is money-making topic. Many of the Vaidyas are getting good days or having good monetary benefits from this Vajikarana studies. See, what the definition tells is, forget about that Vaji Bolo Yena, these are the examples. The basic words are apatya santana karam yaccha yat sadhya harshana. That means there are 2 aspects. Apatya santana karam is producing the continuity. Let me read that particular reference which has been quoted by Chakrapani. What is the meaning of this apatya santana karata? What we generally consider is apatya santana karam means creating progenies or producing progenies. That is not the thing. See, apatya santana, apatya parampara. Apatya parampara means not only one progeny. It is continuity, parampara. Tena putra pautra karitvam ityarthaha. That means these type of Vajikarana dravyas or pharmacological actions are not useful only in that particular person, but they might have certain changes which have been imagined by Darwin. We are praising Darwin only. Darwin only. He says that if the camel is stretching his neck, then the progenies will produce having the long neck. Why that? Because that particular thing is carried out in that coming generations. What apatya santanakarita means? Our scientists have visualized these things in a very minute and very effective way, my friends. We are the people lacking to understand these things. Apatya santanakaram means putra pautra karam ityartha. Vajikarana janita shukra jataha putraha putra janana samartho bhavati ityartha. What is the meaning? The meaning is the person who is Vajikarana jataha, who has been produced by utilizing of Vajikarana dravyas, would be able to produce the progenies. That means, now this is the thing which we cannot trace in our maternal or paternal history. If a person is having infertility, you cannot ask his father, ask him that whether your father was an infertile person. So that would create hazard, isn't it? Just joking. But what we can see is apatya santana karitvam is having the effect of particular dravya on that spermatogenesis to produce such kind of spermatozoas or semen, shukra, which would be able to produce progeny, able to produce again. Then this is apatya santanakarita. So that is not a short vision of Vajikarana. And that's why these drugs are, we would be amazed to see that Vajikarana is the separate chapter, not only in Charaka. In Shushruta also there is Chinabaliya Vajikarana. And what we have quoted in last few minutes, that was the quotation from Dallana, explaining on this Janaka Pravartaka and Janaka Pravartakas. So Khinabaliya Vajikaran means he has very nicely, Dallana has given one quote. Avajam vaji karoti iti vajikarana. So vajam iti shukram. Avajam vaji karoti iti vajikarana. This is the very clear meaning. And what we go for is only that vaji vati balo yena apratyata striyam yati apratyata striyam bhavati ati priya striyam yena vrushayate, or these are our points of attraction. Vaji vati balo yena yati apratyata striyam bhavati ati priya striyam yena yenopachiyate. Jiriyato api akshayam shukram. That has been again neglected. What has been neglected? Avaji vaji karoti iti vajikaram. That has been neglected. Vajam iti shukram. No, 50% of Vaidhyas, I am sure that 50% of at least the students who have passed PG courses also, they might not be able to narrate that meaning of Vajam. Which, sorry? We will have to conclude? Yes, probably it is my last button or last slide only. So,
no, sir, please continue.
Apatya santanakaram and having sadhya samprashanam, that is the second aspect of dravya. I would not go to that. Actually, that is interesting thing. That is the sadhya samprashanam is also interesting thing. Along with these three types of abnormalities, we generally find erectile dysfunctions, and erectile dysfunctions can be seen in neurological pathogenesis or in some sort of patients whenever there is idiopathic cause. Nothing is traced out, but still there is erectile dysfunction. I have seen so many patients. And here comes the role of PACs. They're actually looting the people. They should be, this type of looting in medicinal field should not be encouraged, and we should actually stop this type of. But Sadhya Sampraharshanam is the field, that jurisdiction of Vigra, And that causes, now whether Sharandara, go to the next slide, please. I would like to wind up within a few minutes. Just go to the next slide, please. Before that, is there any slide? Probably
No, sir.
one slide is missed, I think, in this presentation. Yes, let it remain. But I would be talking about the quotation, famous quotation of Sharandara. Pravartani stri shukrasya rechanam bruhati phalam jati phala stambakasyat shoshani cha haritaki. Now, can you tell me whether haritaki is useful in Vajikarana, is having any particular pharmacological action on Shukrava Srotasa or not? Yes, my friends, it is having. But it cannot be considered as Brusha. Though Haritaki is very useful, just sir, give me 2 or 3 minutes, I would be winding up. Haritaki is a good drug. Haritaki is very, very known for its Rasayana Karma. Until no one will title it as Avrushya Dravya. But remember, Haritaki is Shukrasya Shoshani. And then come to these 2 pharmacological actions. Again, they resemble with the similar words. Janak Pravartani Stri Shukrasya Rechanam Bruhati Phalam. Now compare with Janaka and Janaka Pravartaka. Pravartani Stri Shukrasya is merely psychological effect. And Harshat, Tarshat are the causes which are given in Yoni Vyapada, Chikitsastan 30. And this is causing Pravartana. So, Pravartana Stri Shukrasya is, we can say it is Adravya Chikitsa. We are not giving any drug. Then he states that Rechanam Bruhati Phalam. Now, what is Rechan? And what is Pravartana Stri Shukrasya Rechanam Bruhati Phalam? Jati Phala Stambakasyat. Here comes the main important pathogenesis which is expected by patient. That is Stambaka. You might have used Vanga Bhasma. You might have used Jati Phala. You might have used Ahifena. These are the 3 drugs. Use it. These are the usually we can make a lot of money from these drugs. Jati Phala is simply you can purchase it from any Kirana do. But that is not case of Ahifena. Ahifena is, it comes under central excise. And that's why Ahifena, so I remember when I was working in Nanded, in Sanjeevan Ayurveda Rugnalaya, there is one Sikh population area, Gurudwara area. And nearby there was a shop of Arkashala Satara. And these people used to purchase crates of Ahifena Sava. That was easily available in those days, in 2001 or 2002. And many of the patients, they came to me for withdrawal symptoms of Ahifena. And the symptom, one of the symptoms was erectile dysfunction. Now, my friends, Ahifena and Jati Phala, what they are causing? They are Stambaka Dravyas. Means, is it exactly opposite to Pravartana? Yes, it is increasing the time of coitus. And that's why helping in the better pleasure of sexual activity. And that's why the drugs like Vanga Bhasma, Jati Phala and Ahifena, these are considered to be the Shukra Stambaka Dravyas. So Jati Phala, the Gutika or Ahifena, so they are mainly used for Atisar. The Stambak action on Vit or Purisha is there. But on Shukrava Srotasa, they are having Shukra Stambak activity. And in which patient it is needed? It is needed, as you know, in premature ejaculation. So, in today's discussion, what we have studied is these are the aspects and these are the dravyas which are useful on Shukrava Srotasa, particularly when you treat the patients with premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, and some sort of cause having infertility as its manifestation. I have not gone in all details. It is very interesting chapter. What Prasad sir, what Pavan Godadwar sir have taught us. One of my friend, Raja Reddy, has worked on Erendamula. And in Charak Sutrastan 25, Erendamula Vrishyavata Haranam is the Agriya quotation for Erendamula. We have forgotten Erendamula. But he has stated that Pikachu and Erandamula, these are the two things which are very effective in cases Pikachu in oligospermia and Erandamula in non-motile or sluggishly motile sperms. Now this is proved by research and this is established fact. But we are not using, we are using ashwagandha, shatavari mostly and adequate bas. We are not going about crossing that circle. My friends, there are so many actions. Don't only rely on the things which are given by the MRs and the pharmaceutical companies in advertisements. Chavanaprasha is Vrishya. Chavanaprasha has many actions. Our Chavana Rishi got young using that Chavanaprasha. Amalaki is considered to be very, very Vrishya Dravya. But study Amalaki in detail. And that will give you the competence to use Amalaki. Now, having the, I always ask my students to compare these three terms, Haritaki, Amalaki and Vibhitaka. And the qualities of each Dravya are very, very special. Vajikarana is the field in which you have to create a close friendship with Dravyas. And then you will be able to extract the best pharmacological action on Shukra. Datta Patil sir, many dignitaries like Kohli sir and all these decorated persons are participating in this seminar. So I feel very privileged and honored for delivering this lecture. Once again, thank you. Thanks a lot. I conclude.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Malhari Sirdeshpande, sir, for sharing such a valuable knowledge. Now I request Dr. A.R. Murthy, sir, to give concluding remark on this session. Dr. Murthy, sir.
Thank you. Respected Dattaji, Principal Udgir College and the whole organizing team and the our Kohli ji, Director Ayush Maharashtra State. So Malhari ji बहुत अच्छे तरह से उन्होंने every aspect of the topic को उन्होंने justify किया है और different aspects, not only सब इसमें clinical and the controversial drugs, every aspect of the topic he has covered. There is no any chance to elaborate it. It may be, even though it may be a very vast and interesting subject and the current day of the subject. So organizers जो topic लिया है बहुत ही सही और अच्छा topic है in this current area. जैसे उन्होंने बताया infertility cases are growing and infertility centers are growing. Why? Because this is the reason. It is becoming one of the important lifestyle situation. So in this regard, there are some points. If we consider, just like Ayurvedic principles को अगर हम थोड़ा सा, even though there is no any point to elaborate or adding this, there is enough he has given, but some understandings regarding the subject points, just like medicinal plants. अगर हम मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स को अगर हम द्रव्य के भाषा में एज ए आयुर्वेदिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से अगर हम सोचते हैं तो दैट विल बी गिविंग मोर एलाबोरेटिव एंड थिंकिंग आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स फीलिंग. लाइक द्रव्य मीन्स यहाँ पे केवल मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स यानी औषध द्रव्य ही नहीं है, औषध द्रव्यों के साथ साथ आहार द्रव्य भी उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट होता है इवन चिकित्सा में इन एनी कंडीशन. रिगार्डिंग द्रव्य के साथ साथ अद्रव्य भी, जैसे लास्ट में उन्होंने बताया है कुछ कंडीशंस, कुछ सिचुएशंस के अंदर अद्रव्य मतलब द्रव्य भी, यानी एग्जांपल लंगनम परम औषधम. लंगनम इज इट्स नॉट ए मेडिसिन बट इट इज अ बेस्ट औषध. Why? Because it gives the benefits of the pharmacological benefits. इसीलिए इसको नोबेल प्राइज मिला है ऑटोफेजी के हिसाब से. सो व्हेन वी आर अगर हम आयुर्वेद के लेवल पे जब हम सोचते हैं तो विच गिव्स या एलाबोरेटिव मोर broad meaning so that we can utilize the better use of the situation for the betterment of the humanity. और इसके साथ साथ जैसे इन्होंने बताया है कि स्थापन के वर्ड, यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी कोई भी वर्ड आते हैं तो आयुर्वेद में हमें वहां तक जाना पड़ेगा उस सिचुएशन में, वो किस सिचुएशन में किस कंडीशंस में वो शब्द को मतलब क्रिएट हुआ है. जस्ट लाइक स्थापन मीन्स वहां पे नॉट ओनली नॉर्मल सी या शोधन का मतलब नॉट ओनली क्लींजिंग, वहां तक तो वो लिमिटेड मीनिंग में आता है. अगर हम स्थापन को ही बात करते हैं तो नॉट ओनली क्वांटिटेटिव क्वालिटेटिव आल्सो. जस्ट लाइक जैसे उन्होंने बताया कि एक क्वांटिटी तो है लेकिन उसके अंदर क्वालिटी नहीं है, मतलब मोटिलिटी नहीं है शुगर. तो वहां पे अगर स्थापन की बात करते तो क्वालिटी एंड क्वांटिटी बोथ दोनों आ जाते हैं. जैसे शोणित स्थापन है, प्रजा स्थापन है, बहुत सारे ऐसे हैं. तो हमें जो भी हम रिसर्च या फिर आगे की जो भी बात हम करते हैं तो उसमें जो उस वर्ड का पर्टिकुलर वर्ड का डेरिवेशन डेफिनेशन को डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स में अगर हम समझते हैं तो उसका अप्लीकेबिलिटी का स्कोप बढ़ जाते हैं. और नेक्स्ट जैसे दीपन पाचन या कुछ चीजों का द्रव्यों का सेम द्रव्य हैविंग द डिफरेंट, जैसे दीपन पाचन है तो क्लियर कट डिमार्केशन नहीं है लेकिन हो भी नहीं सकते. वही बिकॉज ऐसा हो नहीं सकते कि जो दीपन है पाचन नहीं करेगा, जो पाचन है दीपन नहीं करेगा, दैट इज. लेकिन व्यपदेशस्तु वो ऐसा, यानी आहार द्रव्य भी औषध का काम करता है, औषध द्रव्य भी आहार का काम करता है, बट व्यपदेशस्तु वो ऐसा. तो कहाँ पे हमें आहार द्रव्यों को प्रेडोमिनेंटली यूज करना है, कहाँ पे हमें औषध द्रव्यों को यूज करना है, और दोनों को एज ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री हम दोनों को कहाँ पे यूज करना है, ये भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है. और इसके अलावा बहुत सारे चीज जैसे और भी बहुत अच्छी चीजें बताए हैं. अभी बाकी अगर किसी का क्वेश्चन का तो कोई चांस है नहीं, अभी इन्होंने इतना क्लियर किया है और टाइम भी इतना है नहीं. और मल्हारी जी बहुत अच्छे तरीके से उन्होंने पूरा टॉपिक को जस्टिफाई किया है. ऑर्गेनाइजर्स भी बहुत अच्छा टॉपिक को चुना है. और आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू यू एज ए होल टीम ऑफ Datta Patil ji and the organizers, host and as well as the Malhari ji, बहुत अच्छा आपने present किया है. Thank you, wish you all the best and the great success of this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. A.R. Murthy sir. Thank you very much. I request Dr. Devre sir to take over the second session.
Thank you, Dr. Sir, for giving me this next session. Good afternoon, all. Myself, Dr. Harshal Vinayak Ravdevre, working as Associate Professor, Department of Dravyaguna, Dhanvantari Ayurved Medical College, Udgir. Let's start the second session of webinar. I welcome respected Dr. Pramod Khobragade sir as a chairperson for this session. Sir is a working head of department and professor, Department of Dravyaguna, Navy Ayurved College, Nagpur. Our second eminent speaker is Dr. Vinod Patange sir, working as an associate professor, Department of Dravyaguna, Vigyana and Research Methodology, SP Mutha, Aryangal Ayurved Mahavidyalaya, Satara. He is completed his undergraduate from Amravati University, post-graduation from NTR Vigyana. He has 17 years CVT and 12 years CVT. Prepared software on medicinal law. He published 13 research papers in national, international peer-reviewed journals. He is awarded with Utkrish Granth Puraskar by Ayurved Patrika for the second book. I request sir, please start the speech. Dr. Vinod Patange sir.
Before going to start my presentation, I am very much thankful to Dr. Datta Patil ji, Principal, Dhanvantari Ayurved Medical College, Udgir, and also thankful to Department of Dravyaguna, Dr. Srigire sir, Dr. Harshal sir, Dr. Shital Gorban madam, and whole team of organizers. I am also thankful to Dr. Kuldeep Raj Kohli sir for giving means informative and boost to the field of Dravyaguna peoples. And I am also thankful to I think our guru, Dr. Minal Lad madam is also there in the meeting. Dr. Mendki sir is also there. Dr. Ila Bhor, Dr. Sirdeshpande sir also have presented nicely. Just namaskar to all of them, and also thankful to Dr. Murthy sir and Dr. Pramod Khobrai sir for joining this session. Am I audible to everybody? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, you
Okay,
are
okay,
audible, sir.
okay, okay, okay. So this is the first slide. Uh, the topic given by the organizer is National Webinar on Role of Medicinal Plants on Human Reproductive System. So just conceptually, uh, Sir Deshpande sir have mentioned very good conceptual representation as far as the male infertility is concerned. But I am here to present about medicinal plant. My second slide is useful in Stri Rog. I problem. Huh. Uh, Third slide. You can you see third slide? It is showing the eminent personalities, and it shows healthy female is how much important uh, for the development of the uh, humanity or country. So, with this, I will go for the next slide. That is the fourth slide. That is Trivikar. Many of the gynecological disorders being not reported to the physicians are treated with household remedies in India. The science of Ayurveda deals with these issues in a systematic manner, as evident from classification of disease available and the number of plant drugs. So, in Charak Samhita, Yonavyapad Chikitsa Adhyay is one of the key for the treatment of Strivikaras. I think this is the burning topic, and the treatment is definitely very well explained in the Yonavyapad Chikitsa Adhyay of the Charak Samhita. This is the specialty. Then Ayurvedic herbal formulation and single plant drugs used traditionally in treatment of gynecological disorders are also described. In Ayurveda, gynecological disorders have been described under the umbrella of Yonivapas. Menstrual disorders ranging from amenorrhea, dysmenorrhea, menorrhagia can be successfully treated by understanding the underlying causative factors. What are the causes due to ovarian cyst and obesity? Raktapradar causes due to hormonal imbalance. Shvetapradar causes due to localized fungal infection. And due to all these diseases, there will be female infertility. So, for means with all these causes, there will be a female infertility. Can you show next slide, please? Next. Can I have next slide, please? Next slide, please. Ah, Chikisa Sutra. Hello, am I audible to everybody? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Chikisa Sutra showing Yoni Vyapastu Bhuishta Shashyate Karma Vatajit. So, in all sort of Yoni Vyapad, we have to go for the Vatagna Chikisa as saying by all the Acharyas like Charak, Susrat, Bhagavad. Mostly Vatagna Chikisa is being recommended by most of the Acharyas. Now, we will go for the Dravyas one by one. So, we can get an idea in which disorder, which type of Dravya we have to use. So, this is the first drug Shatavari having properties means Balya Vayasthapan Madhuraskanda and Susruta is showing Kantak Panchamal Bhavaprakash Guduchadi Varga. This is a climber and roots are being used for Stanya Janam property and Shatavari Kalpa is the known formulation which is being used. Even in infertility also we can use the tubers of these asparagus racemagus. Can I have a next slide please? Shatavari. Next slide. One by one only. This is the second drug that is a papaver somniferum. Just Malhari Sirdeshpande told about that ahifen. So ahifen beej is nothing but this this is khaskhas. Ahifen beej is khaskhas. And for means for your information that Ayurveda Arkashala what they are preparing in 1999 before that they are preparing Shwasonil and in that this is the main content actually they are means apu ka bond jo rehta hai na to upar ka cover they are using in that formulation and it has got some sedative effect and that's why nowadays that IFN is banned and without IFN they are using. But our what because the point came that's why I have mentioned about that Afuk Sabon and the seeds of IFN it's called as khaskhas and mostly most in masalas we are using and this is the using more the three because like this is the BJ is being used as a Stanya Janan and Bruhan. Can I have next slide please? I will go one by one fastly because 52 drugs. This is the third drug that is a Methica, Trigonella bonangracium and it is being mentioned by Bhavaprakash as a Chatur Bija drug and this is a choice of drug in PID means all the Katishula, pelvic inflammatory disease this is the choice of drug and even in anartho means in amenorrhea also we can prefer this drug. Can I have next slide please? Next. Lepidium sativum. This is called as ahaliyo and in Sanskrit we call it as a chandrashur. This is also a best remedy in as far as katishul and anartho is concerned and it is readily available everywhere. Can I have next please? Karam Karvi means it is Kale Jire. So this is also a very good immunogogue means Arthojanan. In Arthojanan, we can directly use that drug and it is being scientifically proved to means as a immunogogue medicine. Can I have next please? This is OVA and it is being told in Vaga Desai that this drug is Stri Mitra. So Stri Mitra means wherever there is any problem in females directly we can give that OVA and OVA is the best remedy for all the Stri Vikara. That's why the name Stri Mitra. This is Hingu, Perula Narthex and one name also came that is a Stri Pushpa Jananam. In some Nigantus, this drug is being told as a Stri Pushpa Janan means very good remedy for Arthojanan or in dysmenorrhea patient can give this inverse. Next slide please. Hello. आवाज हेलो. Next drug is Arakuda vasica Though this drug is the best remedy in Rakta Pitta, means Vasayam Vidyamanayam Ashayam Jivitaseja, Rakta Pitti Kshayikasi Kimartham Vasidati. Though this drug is being used as a best remedy in Rakta Pitta, but Charaka already have told that the drugs which are being used in Rakta Pitta, those drugs will be very good for Rakta Pradana. So, in Atyartho patients, menorrhagia patients, the panchang of this Aratoda Vasika is directly can be used. Next, Mesua feria. So, Nakkesar, as far as Nakkesar is concerned, there are so many types like Pita Nakkesar, Rakta Nakkesar, Kala Nakkesar, which variety we have to use, but it is proved and scientific means in the patients of ovarian cysts, this Pita Nakkesar, this is in market, it is very costly drug nowadays, I think 6 to 7,000 rupees per kg, but giving very wonderful results in patients of infertility, and that is due to ovarian cyst or even, and this is the choice of drug in Rakta Pradar also. So this is the, I think, best substitute or remedy for modern hormones. We can avoid to take modern hormonal therapy without taking modern hormonal therapy. We can use directly mesoaperia, Nakkesar. Can I have next slide, please? Cyclia peltata, that is called as a Patha. Patha is also Ambashta is the name given, and this is also a very good stambak dravya, and that's why though it is being used in Atisar, but in Rakta Pradar, in Chikitsa also having styptic action and Rakta Stambak action, it is being readily used by the physicians. Next slide, please. Next. Sida cordifolia, that is a bala. So all the varieties of bala means bala, atibala, mahabala, nagbala, all the varieties having the balya property, choice of drug in infertility, female infertility patients. So directly bala tel or bala shiro is being used by most of the physicians for female infertility. Can I have next slide, please? This is called as a Trapa repens, and in Marathi we call it as a Shingade, or in Sanskrit Shrungatak. Shrungatak mostly habitat is in Madhya Pradesh or Bihar, and it is a very wonderful drug for as a Garbha Poshak. So it means after pregnancy or to reduce the chances of habitual abortion, we have to use that drug, Shrungatak. श्रृंगाड़े श्रृंगाटक का फ्लोर बना के उसके चपाती बना के खा या शिरा बना के खा सकते हैं। या उसके बाद का ड्रग है एलोवेरा एक्सट्रैक्ट, दैट इज काला बोल, एंड इट इज अ वेल नोन ड्रग इन because of name itself. In menarche conditions, this is the choice of drug, that's why the name given Kumari. Not only in Kumari ka avastha, but in means whenever there is a need of arthojanam, or there is some obstruction or fallopian tube block, this drug is definitely will be a very good remedy, and that's why Raja Pravartini Vati is having this content. Next, please. This is the Spirantus indicus, Mundi. Actually, this is a untouched drug. No one is means using is this drug in infertility, but in fallopian tube blocks. So in bilateral fallopian tubal block or unilateral in tubal block, this drug can be given as Uttar Basti. So we have to prepare Mundi Siddha Tel and we have to use in Uttar Basti, and showing very good results. And specifically, this is a choice of drug in lymphadenopathy. So wherever there is a need to improve the circulation of lymphatic or lymphatic drainage, this drug is being used. Best antioxidant drug, and found everywhere in the farms of wheat farms or rice farm. So this is untouched drug. We have to work on this. Next slide, please. This is the Ulat Kambal, Abroma augusta, and mostly found in West Bengal. Some of the formulations are there in the market, so we have to use this drug as a arthogenon property, having arthogenon. Next, please. Next, please. Hibiscus rosa sinensis, that is Japa, Rakta Japa is being used in Rakta Pradar, and Shweta Japa is being used in Shweta Pradar. So there is a reference about that, and showing very good results in Rakta Pradar. Next, please. Ambelia ripes, Vidanga. Vidanga is said to be Rasayan in Ayurvedic Granthas, and the infertility due to Medorog or in the patients of hypothyroidism, this will be a choice of drug, and we have to use it in रसायन मात्रा में, जो बोला है हमारे इसमें, जो वर्धमान रसायन मात्रा में अगर विडंग का यूज करेंगे तो दिस विल बी अ चॉइस ऑफ मीन्स कृच्छ्रार्थ and hypothyroidism, means due to hypothyroidism there will be dysmenorrhea. In those conditions we have to use vidanga. Next, please. Butia frondosa means palash, and this is a choice of drug in Rakta Pradar. So just means whatever the medicines I am sharing, those medicines must have some hormonal action and giving wonderful results. So this is specifically useful in Pitta Rakta Pradar. Next. Extract of Salmelia malabarica, that is called as a mocherus, and having its action as a stambak. This is a choice of drug in Rakta Pradar patients. It is also readily available everywhere. Next. Sarka Ashoka. Ashoka, as name suggests, it means शोक का नाश करने वाली है. तो अशोक में भी बहुत सारी जो कंट्रोवर्सी है, जो कि नए जो स्टूडेंट है उनके बारे में हमें इसको पढ़ाना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि पॉलीअल्थिया लॉन्गिफोलिया एंड सार्का अशोका, बोथ Sarka Ashoka and Polyalthea longifolia is creating some controversy. So this is the original Sarka Ashoka, means सही जो अशोक है उसका यूज हमें स्पेसिफिकली रक्त प्रदर, और इतना ही नहीं तो फाइब्रॉइड के जो पेशेंट है उसमें भी वो प्रूव हो चुका है. इन फाइब्रॉइड्स दिस इज बीइंग प्रूव्ड. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. This is a Symplochus racemosa, means Lodro. Lodro is also a choice of drug in Rakta Pradar patient. Next. Piper longum, as I already I told about the Vidang Vardhaman Rasayan. The same thing we have to do with Pipli Vardhaman Rasayan in the patients of hypothyroidism having the symptoms of dysmenorrhea or having the symptoms of means patients are having ovarian cysts. There we have to use in the form of Rasayan or Vardhaman Rasayan. Next, please. Barlaria prionitis, this is a Syriac or Coranti. In Marathi we call it as a Coranti, and this is the choice of drug in all the univicaras, because already I told about Vatagna Chikisa is important as far as Univapad is concerned, and we have to prepare oil with that Sahacharadi oil or Syriac oil banake. We have to use it for Snehan, and even we can use as Uttar Basti. Next, please. Or Anvasan Basti also. This is the Berberis aristata. So everybody knows about preparation of Rasanjan with the help of means with दारू हरिद्रा. हरिद्रा से रसायन कैसा बनाना है सबको मालूम है, लेकिन ये बहुत ही अच्छा, दिस इज वेरी गुड क्रूमिग्न द्रव्य, और इट इज because of its content, like berberin is the constituent present in daru haridra and having antimicrobial activity. That antimicrobial means specifically in fungal infection. Means due to fungal infection there will be Shweta, and in those conditions Darur Haridra Rasanjan is the choice of drug. Next slide please. Ficus bengalensis word means Panchavalkal. This is in Shweta means this is also a choice of drug in Shweta. We use Panchavalkal Quat in a form of a douche for means for Shweta patient or fungal infection patients. So it definitely heals the wound and having very good property showing in Shweta patients. Next, please. What Udumbar also the same having property. What Udumbar? Next. Parisha means Thespesia populnia. Next. Ficus lacer means fluxure, and these are the 5. And last one. And pimple. So all the barks of those Panchavalkal vrukshas we can use in the patients of Shweta for Yoni Dhavan and getting very good results. Some of the pharmaceutical companies they have prepared with these 5 drugs. One means Dr. Palep's company is there. They have Pentafite P is the ointment they have prepared with out of that. Next, please. This is a choice of drug in the patients of fallopian tube block and ovarian cyst. This is Lata Karanj, and Kuberakshivati is the formulation is available in the market. Even directly we can means जो सीड को फोड़ के अंदर का जो ये है बीज मज्जा उसको हम कैप्सूल में भर के भी अगर पेशेंट को देंगे तो इसके बहुत अच्छी रिजल्ट हमें fallopian tube block और ovarian cyst में मिले. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But the slide, but slide is not showing here. Some slide problem is there. Host, can you show the slides, or is it boring for you? Yes. Lata Karanj. So Lata Karanj, we can directly give seeds with water also, and very good drug in the patients of fallopian tube block and ovarian cysts. Can I have next slide, please? Next. Citrus Deodar is also a choice of drug in the patients of PID and dysmenorrhea. मीन्स प्रोचरार्थ या कटिशूल में ये द्रव्य जो है वो सुगंधीय है और बहुत अच्छी देवदारवारिष्ट फॉर्मुलेशन मार्केट में मिलता है देवदारवारिष्ट and most of the Sri Vikaras this is being used. Next. Jyotishmati. This is the fruiting of Jyotishmati. We can get oil with the means seeds से oil निकालते हैं और that oil is being used in the patients of fallopian tube blocks, but the मात्रा जो है उसका थोड़ा सा कम ही देना चाहिए ऑयल का. वो हमें 5 से 10 बूंद इतना ही मात्रा हम दूध में देना चाहिए, क्योंकि ज़्यादा मात्रा देने से ये द्रव्य वामक है, क्योंकि पित्त रस होने की वजह से ये वामक है, लेकिन ये जो fallopian ट्यूब के ब्लॉक निकालने में ये बहुत अच्छा कार्य है. सिलेस्ट्रस पैनिकुलाटा. कैन हैव नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. फेरोनिया एलिफेंटियानम, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज एलिफेंट एप्पल और कवट in Marathi or kapitha, and this is also abundantly available in region, but no one is thinking about the leaves of this plant, but swarasa of the leaves of this plant are very good remedy in the patients of रक्तप्रदर. रक्तप्रदर में बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से काम करता है. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. सिट्रस मेडिका, है ना, जो ये है हमारे नींबू का महाड़ुंग बोलते हैं इसको, है ना, हमारे इसमें इसका भी रेफरेंस आया है. ये भी फीमेल इनफर्टिलिटी में बहुत ही अच्छा काम करता है। नेक्स्ट, हाँ, ग्लोरियोसा सुपरबा, आई थिंक दिस इज लांगली, एवरीबडी नोज बाय मीन्स ग्लोरियस, जो दिखने में बहुत अच्छा दिखता है, इसलिए इसका लैटिन नाम ग्लोरियोसा सुपरबा आया है। बट दी इज अ ट्विनर, मीन्स ये जो है वो वेस्टर्न घाट्स की जो इधर जो पहाड़ी एरिया है उसमें ये ट्विनर के जैसा फैला हुआ ये है, हर्ब है। और इसकी प्रॉपर्टी बहुत अच्छी, इम्यूनोगॉग मीन्स जो आर्तव जनन में बहुत ही अच्छा कारीगर करता है। और टू परफॉर्म नॉर्मल डिलीवरीज ऑल्सो वी कैन यूज द ट्यूबर एंड वी हैव टू टाई दोज ट्यूबर, कमर को लगा के अगर प्रसूति होते वक्त लगा दिया तो जो नॉर्मल प्रसूति करने में बहुत अच्छा कारीगर ये सिद्ध हुआ है। नेक्स्ट, हाँ, दिस इज क्राटवा नरोला मीन्स वरुण, and Varuna is definitely very good remedy in the Ashmari patients we are using, or in prostatic enlargement, means wherever there is a obstructive pathology we are directly using. The same thing is there with we can use it in hypothyroidism cases, and hypothyroidism or dysmenorrhea or infertility. In such patients we have to use the bark of this. And even in kikvis also is a Sri Vikar. In the we have to apply the paste of the leaves to remove kikvis, which is in the pregnant ladies. Next, Gossypium herbaceum is the carpas. This is very wonderful drug. Carpas means root showing action on dysmenorrhea means arthojanam, and seeds are galactogog, stanyajanam. So only means according to the useful medicinal plant part, action is different. This is the only drug showing. Means Carpus molloso is the formulation present in the market. We can use in the patients of dysmenorrhea, and seeds are galactococcus for stanya janam karma. We can use in the pregnant lady in the first month. Next, after delivery. Can I have next, please? This is definitely very wonderful drug, cyanidone dactylon, in most of the means habitual abortions or for garbhasthapak action. We can use durva as it is as a swaras, or durva growth also can be given and showing very good results because of its vishagna action. And nowadays there is means torch test, means in habitual abortion, the gynecologist is asked for asked to do torch test, and it is showing torch positive, means some sort of due to that organisms, toxoplasmosis or viruses, there will be a abortion, and that will be habitual abortion. In such cases, we have to think about Prumigna Dravya as well as Garbhasthapak, and this is the drug, and definitely showing very wonderful drug because of its Vishagna action and शीत और उष्णता प्रशमन करता है. नेक्स्ट, दिस इज द डेकोस कराटा, मीन्स गर्जर का बीज जो रहता है, गाजर जो है उसके बीज, वो भी बहुत ही अच्छे इम्यूनोगॉग है और ओवुलेशन को रेगुलेट करने में बहुत अच्छा काम करते हैं. तो कोई अगर रिसर्च करना चाहता है ओवुलेशन के ऊपर, तो ज़रूर इसके सीड्स देके हम ओवुलेशन स्टडी करके देखेंगे ना, तो ज़रूर हमें अच्छे रिजल्ट देखने को मिलेंगे. इसके ओवुलेशन ये स्टडी हो चुका है. नेक्स्ट प्लीज, गर्जर के बीज. नेक्स्ट, देन ये भी है जो रेफानस सताइवस, जो मुलक का बीज है, मूले का बीज भी उतना ही अच्छा इम्यूनोगॉग बोल के काम करता है, या ओवुलेशन स्टडी के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा इसने वर्क दिखाया है. नेक्स्ट, मुलक का बीज. दिस इज कॉमीफोरा मेरेया, मीन्स रक्त बोल. एक्चुअली काला बोल इज कुमारी का जो रहता है सार, उसको काला बोल बोलते हैं, और रक्त बोल इज अ कॉमीफोरा, मीन्स ये भी गूगल का ही एक भेद है, ऐसा बोल सकेंगे हम. वो कॉमीफोरा मेरा जो है वो रक्त प्रदर में स्तंभक बोल के अच्छी तरह से काम करता है. उससे कुछ फार्मुलेशंस भी है, बोल परपटी, बोलबद्ध रस जो भी है वो रक्त प्रदर में ब्लीडिंग स्टॉप करने में बहुत अच्छा काम करता है। नेक्स्ट, कैन आई नेक्स्ट प्लीज? हाँ, यूपेटोरियम ट्राइपिलिनेरिस, जो एस्टेरेसी फैमिली का इधर साउथ इंडिया में या केरला में उसका बहुत अच्छी तरह से ये होता है, उत्पादन बहुत है। उसको आयापान बोल के मार्केट में भी बहुत सारे प्रिपरेशन इससे बनाए हुए हैं। वो भी अच्छा रक्त स्तंभक द्रव्य है, बहुत ही अच्छा काम करना, रक्त प्रदर में काम किया हुआ ये द्रव्य, उसका सोरस डायरेक्टली यूज करते हैं। नेक्स्ट प्लीज, कैन हैव नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज? हाँ, मेलिना अर्बोरिया, दिस इज गंभारी एंड काश्मीरी इज द नेम गिवन फॉर इट, एंड उसके फ्रूट्स से भी कुछ फॉर्मुलेशंस बनाए गए हैं। वो स्पेसिफिकली जो फीमेल इनफर्टिलिटी में जो क्षय जनित जो विकार है, जो भी प्रॉब्लम है, उस कंडीशन में इसका घृत बना के दिया गया है और अच्छी तरह से वो काम करता है, ऐसा दिखाई दिया गया है। नेक्स्ट प्लीज, नेक्स्ट प्लीज। हाँ, this is the wonderful drug, means Sariva, Hemidesmus indicus. Sariva and Mangista, there are some formulation in the market also, and having very good action in the dysmenorrhea or for Rakta Prasadan Karma. Means the patients having anemia and dysmenorrhea. So it will improve blood in those patients, and by improving hemoglobin, the problem will be solved. In that way, we have to think, and we have to use Hemidesmus indicus as well as Mangista. Can I have next slide, please? Next is a Mangista. Next. This is Anatham Soa, and in Marathi we call it as a Balant shape. Balant shape means after pregnancy, the seeds are being given to the pregnant lady for शोधन, गर्भाशय शोधन के लिए इसका यूज किया जाता है। तो इस तरह से ये इम्यूनोगॉग बोल के भी अच्छा काम करता है। इसके ऊपर भी बहुत अच्छा रिसर्च हो चुका है। शतपुष्पा के बीज का चूर्ण, उसी तरह से उसका शतपुष्पा सिद्ध तेल का उत्तर बस्ती देने के बाद ओवुलेशन नॉर्मल हुआ है, ऐसा सिद्ध हुआ है। तो ओवुलेशन के लिए भी अच्छा काम करता है। स्लाइड्स, कैन आई हैव नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज? ओनली 4 to 5 slides remaining. Next slide please. Kamal means all type of kamal we can use in Rakta Pradar as well as Garbha Sthapak. So in the habitual abortion patients, we have to use Nil Kamal ho ya Rakta Kamal ho ya Kamal ho, सब तरह के कमल हम डायरेक्टली इसमें करते हैं। प्लीज, कैन आई हैव नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज? हेलो, am I audible? Hello, this is Leptadenia reticulata, and Jivanti is the name given for it. जीवंती, जीवन देने वाली, और ये गैलेक्टोगॉग बोल के मीन्स स्तन्य जनन बोल के वो बहुत अच्छी तरह से सिद्ध हो चुकी है। लेप्टाडिन नाम का कुछ मार्केट में प्रिपरेशन भी मिलता है, लेकिन वो आलासिन कंपनी का लेप्टाडिन का प्रिपरेशन है। ये जीवंती जो है वो हमें स्तन्य जनन बोल के यूज करना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट, दिस इज मोलुआ स्पिकाटा, Cisalpinaceae family, and Wakeri. It is means abundantly available in Konkan region, and the means जो वाकेरी का भाता बोलते हैं, भाता मीन्स जो रूट का जो पार्ट है, वो हिमेटिनिक और अमीनोरिया के पेशेंट में बहुत अच्छी तरह से वो काम करता है। रक्त बढ़ा के वो अमीनोरिया में अच्छी तरह से काम किया हुआ दिखाई देता है। इसके ऊपर भी काम होना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट, कोरफड़ का हो गया है ऑलरेडी, वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट कोरफड़। एंड नेक्स्ट इज माइमोसा पुडिका, दिस इज लज्जालू, दिस इज आल्सो मीन्स दुर्लक्षित हुआ ऐसा द्रव्य है लज्जालू, क्योंकि इसको बहुत से कांटे रहते हैं ना, ड्यू टू मीन्स कांटे की वजह से वो निकालना बहुत डिफिकल्ट जाता है, इसलिए इसका यूज़ बहुत सारे लोग नहीं करते। लेकिन ये तो बहुत ही अच्छा इसका स्वरस जो है या बनाया हो, यूटेराइन प्रोलैप्स में बहुत अच्छा सिद्ध हो चुका है। उसी तरह से रक्त प्रदर हो या हैबिचुअल एबॉर्शन में इससे तैयार किया हुआ प्रिपरेशन हमें यूज करना चाहिए। कैन हैव नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। नेक्स्ट, हाँ, पत्रांग, दिस इज आल्सो अ वेरी गुड ड्रग for Rakta Pradar or all the Pitta's conditions. We have to use the wood of that drug. Even in Atyartha, means menorrhagia, Patranga Sav is the formulation. It is available in the market and we have to use it. So, next, I think next is the last slide. So, thank you very much for patiently hearing my topic. Though I have shown slides and their use only, but I think if anybody have any query, they can ask. Disturbance. Hello. This is all about my presentation. If you have any queries, let me know. Or our Pramod Kobragale sir also is there. He will give some feedback.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
So Krishna Jirak, is it Shahjire, sir?
Yes. Krishna Jirak.
Okay. And Vakeri Bhate, you told, sir, it is actually a controversial drug, sir. Exactly the slide which was shown, it is Vakeri Bhate?
Yes, Vakeri Bhate. Yes. There is a red color, no? Yes, this is
Yes, sir,
Vakeri.
because it is mostly used here in cold and cough. They have extensively been used in Maharashtra, I've seen. But I haven't seen a picture of Vakeri Bhate. It was already said that it is a controversial drug. So I just wanted to know about it. That's it.
Achha. Okay.
I got the first
Actually,
picture from you.
we are.
Hello, sir.
Vakeri low is the formulation, and
Hello.
we are using it in as a hematinic. जो भी ब्लड कम हुआ है उसमें तो हम बहुत अच्छी तरह से यूज करते हैं उसको, और उसका इसमें भी अच्छा परिणाम दिखाई दिया गया है। जो भी अमेनोरिया के पेशेंट है ना, ये ब्लड कम होने के बाद में जो अमेनोरिया होता है उसमें रक्त प्रसादन कर्म में बहुत अच्छा काम करता है। इधर कोंकण में बहुत मिलता है ये। हाँ, कोंकण में बहुत मिलता है मोलिगास, ये वही है वकीरी है, सेम है।
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes. Welcome.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Can you please explain
Yes.
how Langley is used in normal delivery again?
हाँ, लांगेली उसका ट्यूबर रहता है। लांगेली इट इज अवेलेबल इन मार्केट ऑल्सो, मीन्स जो फ्रूट ड्रग बेचने वाले जो पंसारी उनके पास भी मिल जाएगा। वो बचनाक बोल के मिलता है मार्केट में। या फिर हमें अगर इसको कलेक्ट करना का है तो ट्यूबर भी हम इसका कलेक्ट करके, वो जो जब डिलीवरी के वक्त जब पेशेंट आता है नॉर्मल डिलीवरी के लिए, तो उसके कमर में अगर इसका ये बांधेंगे ना तो डेफिनेटली इसका अच्छे रिजल्ट हमें दिखाई देते हैं और नॉर्मल डिलीवरी हो सकती है। उससे पहले तो इसमें जो ऑक्सीटोसिन जैसा कंटेंट है उसमें, ऑक्सीटोसिन लाइक कंटेंट। हाँ,
ओके। एंड प्रिपरेशन का नाम क्या बताया सर?
लांगली का मार्केट में प्रिपरेशन तो डायरेक्टली नहीं है मिलता है। लांगली का गुग्गुल वगैरह मिलता है मार्केट में, लेकिन वो यहाँ पे इस पेशेंट में तो यूज नहीं करते उसको तो हमें खुद ही लाना पड़ेगा और कमर को बांधना पड़ेगा। मार्केट में प्रिपरेशन नहीं है इसका, ठीक है। अगर है तो वो लांगली गुग्गुल बोल के है प्रिपरेशन।
Okay. Is there? Now is I audible?
Yes, sir. Please proceed. Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Okay. So, my friend, Vinod sir, giving very good elaborating lecture on the medicinal plant used in Stri Roga. मैं तो because of shorting of time, I focusing 2 to 3 4 points regarding today's lecture. जो आर्थ्रोथ्रोसिस के बारे में बताया गया, आर्थ्रोथ्रोसिस से बहुत ही बड़ा। Is I audible?
Yes, sir.
Is I audible?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
हाँ आर्थ्रोस्क्लेरोसिस जो ये टॉपिक लिया है उस पे अलग अलग पार्ट्स अलग अलग स्क्लेरोसिस में जो कुछ इंक्लूडिंग होते हैं सिस्टम में, दैट इज हम क्या करते हैं आर्थ्रोस्क्लेरोसिस व्हिच इज क्वाइटली सिमिलर टू फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम अकॉर्डिंग। पर अगर हम आर्थ्रोस्क्लेरोसिस के बारे में अकॉर्डिंग टू आयुर्वेदिक अगर बात करते हैं या स्टडी करते हैं तो थोड़ा क्वाइट मैं जो अच्छा होती है जो बेसिक ले जाते पीजी पीडी वो
Excuse me, sir. Sir, your voice is breaking. Sir, can you switch off your video so that your voice will be clear?
Please repeat the topic, sir, what you can.
Okay. It's now audible. I'm.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please proceed. Yes, sir.
So while going to treat the patient according to the Ayurveda, focusing what is the causes, what is the symptoms, what is the causes of these diseases of arthroarthritis according to the Ayurveda. And here Dr. Patange elaborate very nicely elaborate यहाँ से ले उस रिसर्च करने हेलो
Hello. Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Okay. नाउ अभी क्लियर आ रहा है? क्लियर आ रहा है? हेलो?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, okay, okay. तो डायरेक्ट you are focusing on the concluding. I am going to concluding on the various drugs which are elaborate here by Dr. Patange sir. These drugs, some drugs are in controversial while using in our preparation or in daily practice. तो हमने वो जो ड्रग कंट्रोवर्शियल है, जैसे एग्जांपल बताना चाहूंगा नागकेशर दो चार फ्यू ड्रग्स के बारे में आपको बताना चाहूंगा। नागकेशर अगर आप मार्केट में जाते हैं, एज अ बीइंग ऑफ द्रव्यगुना प्रोफेसर, आई एम फोकसिंग ऑन ड्रग्स व्हिच आर यूजफुल इन दिस वेरियस कंडीशन ऑफ आर्थ्रोथोसिस. So while you are going to purchase Nagkeshar in market, they are giving 2 to 3 type of Nagkeshar because they are the layman in the field of Ayurveda, the distributors or market peoples. So we are the people who are going to purchase Nagkeshar. तो Nagkeshar हमने क्या करना चाहिए? Nagkeshar हमें भी पता नहीं होता कि ओरिजिनल Nagkeshar का है, और इस प्रकार जब हम Nagkeshar लेके आते हैं, वो पूछता है कि कौन से टाइप का नागकेशर चाहिए आपको, ये महंगा वाला चाहिए, सस्ता वाला चाहिए, अलग अलग प्रकार के अलग अलग मॉर्फोलॉजिकल उसकी मॉर्फोलॉजी होते हैं। तो हम जो सस्ता वाला लेते हैं वो लेके आते हैं और फार्मुलेशन में यूज करते हैं और हमें फिर उसके रिजल्ट नहीं मिलते। तो मेरा कहने का मतलब है जब भी हम कुछ रॉ मटेरियल या कुछ स्टडी या कुछ रिसर्च करते हैं ये मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स पे, तो उसकी जेन्युइनिटी आपको देखना जरूरी है। क्योंकि हमने एक स्टडी किया नागकेशर के बारे में, तो ऑल ओवर इंडिया के जो भी नागकेशर मार्केट में मिलते हैं वो कलेक्ट किए। सिंपल है, क्लियर है कि नागकेशर ने पुष्प के जो केशर है, सर ने जो फोटोग्राफ बताया था वो ओरिजिनल नागकेशर है, लेकिन हम मार्केट में जाते हैं तो हमें ओरिजिनल नागकेशर क्या होता है पता नहीं रहता। हम सब्स्टिट्यूट नागकेशर लाते हैं या स्प्यूरियस नागकेशर लाते हैं, फार्मुलेशन में इस्तेमाल करते हैं, हमें रिजल्ट नहीं मिलते और ब्लेम करते हैं हमारे ड्रग पे या आयुर्वेद पे, ये बात नहीं होनी चाहिए, आपने ध्यान में रखना चाहिए। ऐसे बहुत सारे ड्रग है जो, जैसे दारू हरिद्रा है, दारू हरिद्रा साउथ में एक दूसरे प्रकार के दारू हरिद्रा इस्तेमाल करते हैं और नॉर्थ में एक बर्बरी अरिस्टाटा का इस्तेमाल करते हैं। तो फिर दारू हरिद्रा लेनी कौन सी, शास्त्रों में जो बताया गया वो दारू हरिद्रा है क्या, इस पे आपने ध्यान देना चाहिए एज अ रिसर्चर, एज अ एकेडमिशियन आपने, ठीक है। बाद में एक बात और बताना चाहता हूँ, अशोक, अशोक इज अ स्त्री मित्र बताया गया है और अशोका अरिस्टा मार्केट में अबंडेंट है। बट हम जब आई वाज इन हड़पसर कॉलेज, वन पीजी, हमने एक प्रोजेक्ट दिया था पीजी को कि ओरिजिनल अशोक का जो मार्केट सैंपल है वो थ्रू आउट इंडिया सर्वे करो। जब उसने सर्वे किया और जब उसने इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट की तो आउट ऑफ मेनी सैंपल ऑल ओवर इंडिया से सैंपल कलेक्ट किए, उसमें से उनको एक सैंपल अशोक का ऑथेंटिक मिला। और अगर देखा जाए तो मार्केट में अशोका अरिस्टा आपको बहुत सारे यानी इजीली अवेलेबल मिल जाते हैं अशोका अरिस्टा। तो ये हमने ऑथेंटिसिटी थोड़ी सी चेक करना चाहिए। इस प्रकार से सारीवा है तो सारीवा हेमिडेस्मस इंडिकस अपेक्षित है शास्त्रों में, लेकिन मार्केट में जो मिल रहा है डिक्टेलेप्सिस हैमिल्टोनी मिल रहा है। तो इसके ऊपर हमने रिसर्च होना चाहिए कि अगर किसी कंडीशन में हम हेमिडेस्मस इंडिकस यूज करते हैं आर्थ्रोथोसिस के डिसीज में, तो हमें थोड़ा सा देखना चाहिए कि हेमिडेस्मस की इंडिकस की इफिकेसी और जो अभी ट्रेंड मार्केट में चल रहा है जिसका कल्टिवेशन इजीली हो जाता है, उसकी कॉस्ट कम है इसलिए वो इस्तेमाल होता है डिक्टेलेप्सिस हैमिल्टोनी। तो हमने इसके बारे में भी आपने देखना चाहिए। और कुछ ड्रग है जैसे सर ने कैटेगराइज किए, मैं उसको कैटेगराइज करना चाहता हूँ कि जो कंट्रोवर्शियल है उसके बारे में हमने सोचना चाहिए। जब हम उस पर रिसर्च करते हैं या फॉर्मुलेशन में हम उसका इस्तेमाल करते हैं तो हमें उस पर ध्यान देना चाहिए और ना कि ब्लेम करना चाहिए कि हमारे ड्रग को रिजल्ट नहीं है, फॉर्मुलेशन को रिजल्ट नहीं, एक बात हो गई। दूसरे कुछ ड्रग हैं जो इजीली अवेलेबल है, हम डायरेक्ट फील्ड से ला सकते हैं, फ्रेश ला सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे श्रृंगाटक है, एलोवेरा है, लता करंज है, गंबारी है, पलाश पुष्प है जो इजीली अवेलेबल होते हैं, हम स्टोर करके रख सकते हो सीजन में, दुर्वा है, सहचर है, गर्जक, मूलक। इस प्रकार से जो ड्रग है उसका हमने फ्रेशली इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए। प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल नहीं होता है क्लिनिशियन को, लेकिन जहां जितना भी हो सके तो ड्रग की ऑथेंटिसिटी और ड्रग का सविरत कालावधि इसमें बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रोल रखता है। इसके बारे में मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ। और अगर आप इस प्रकार से रिसर्च करते हो, पीजी हो, पीएचडी हो, एकेडमिक लेवल पे रिसर्च करते हो, तो जो ये ड्रग है और हमने जो ड्रग का इस्तेमाल करना है वो इस बात को आपने ध्यान देना बहुत ही जरूरी है। और उसके बाद जो हम आर्थ्रोथ्रोसिस के डिसीज वगैरह देखते हैं या कोरिलेट करते हैं, जैसे फाइब्राइड कोरिलेट करते हैं, जो अलग अलग रीजन है इनफर्टिलिटी के, पॉलिप्स है, फाइब्राइड है, इनफर्टिलिटी के अलग अलग रीजन को, तो जो ये लाइफस्टाइल डिसऑर्डर के कारण भी इनफर्टिलिटी होती है, तो इसके जो जैसे फाइब्राइड है तो फाइब्राइड का पैथोफिजियोलॉजी क्या है, आयुर्वेद के हिसाब से उसके कॉजेस क्या है, ये हम कभी इसके तरफ ध्यान नहीं देते। आयुर्वेद के हिसाब से इसकी पैथोफिजियोलॉजी क्या है, हर एक सिम्टम, हर एक लक्षण की, हर एक कंडीशन की उस प्रकार पे हमने उस पर ध्यान देना चाहिए, ताकि हम मॉडर्न के साथ साथ ऑफकोर्स मॉडर्न का हमने सहारा लेना है, मॉडर्न टेक्निक्स यूज करना है, लेकिन हमें अगर आयुर्वेद को आगे लेके जाना है, क्योंकि बहुत ही बर्निंग इश्यू है गायनेकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर्स, अलग अलग प्रकार के गायनेक डिसऑर्डर से मॉडर्न साइंस में बहुत सारे डिसीज है उसको ट्रीटमेंट नहीं है। तो इसमें आयुर्वेद के तरफ बहुत लोगों का ध्यान है। और इस प्रकार से अगर आयुर्वेद में हम एक छोटी छोटी बातें हैं, ड्रग के बारे में इस्तेमाल करना, ड्रग यूज करना किस प्रकार से करना है, छोटी छोटी बातें लेकिन बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है। और मैं इसके साथ मैं मेरा चेयरमैन का रिमार्क, कंक्लूडिंग रिमार्क मैं यहाँ पे समाप्त करता हूँ। और आई एम वेरी मच थैंकफुल टू डॉक्टर दत्तात्रेय पाटिल, दैट इज प्रिंसिपल ऑफ धनवती आयुर्वेद कॉलेज, डॉक्टर श्रीगरे सर, प्रोफेसर एचओडी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ द्रव्यगुना, डॉक्टर हर्षद देवरे, associate professor department of Dravyaguna, and Dr. Sheetal, assistant professor department of Dravyaguna, and the management of Dhanvantari Ayurved College. I'm very much thankful to all organizer team members that giving me opportunity to as a chairperson. Thank you very much. And I'm so very much thankful to Dr. Vinod Patange sir and all the participants from all over India. Thank you very much.
Namaskar. I am Dr. Sheetal, Assistant Professor, Department of Dravyaguna, Dhanvantari Ayurved College, Gir. I am here to present the vote of thanks for this webinar behalf of the Department of Dravyaguna, Dhanvantari Ayurved College, Udgir. I would like to express my heartful thanks towards respected Kuldeep Raj Kohli sir for his inauguration and giving his valuable time for us. Today's day was really a learning day. I must express my gratitude towards Honorable Dr. Malhari Sirdeshpande sir for enlightening us. And I would like to extend my thanks to Chairperson Dr. A.R. Murthy sir for his concluding speech. I would like to thank Dr. Vinod Patange sir for joining and enlightening us with his knowledge. I extend my gratitude towards Dr. Pramod Gobragade sir for concluding speech. Today's seminar was loaded with literary knowledge along with clinical touch. This will definitely help us in practice. I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Datta Patil sir, for giving permission to organizing this webinar. Last but not least, I would like to express my gratitude to all attendees for paying their attention and making webinar successfully. Have a great day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, madam. I request all the participants to fill the feedback form so that e-certificates can be generated. E-certificates will be delivered on 3rd April. Please note the date, 3rd April. On that date, the certificates will be issued. After 3rd April, if you are not seeing the certificate in inbox, you can check your spam folder. And if it is not in spam folder, please contact one of the member from the organizing committee. Thanks a lot. We regret for all the technical difficulties and we will try our best to make sure that these difficulties will not be repeated in next webinar. I thank all the participants as well as chairpersons and the speakers for joining us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.